Okay, so we listen and we don't judge. So my at the time boyfriend used to be cheating on me, and I just got fed up with it and told him one day I'm going to talk to the guy at work that buy me lunch every day and write me letters since he care a lot. Why my boyfriend spit in my face, told me he's sorry, and I took him back. We listen and we don't judge. So I should have known the red flags when I seen that he has a portrait of the devil himself tatted big in the middle of his back. But he said that was just something of his past. He was growing up, he didn't worship the devil. But we listen and we don't judge because I didn't leave. We listen and we don't judge. So this same nigga, it was my birthday. I think it was my 21st birthday to be exact. I was getting, I had just got my hair done, got on this little leopard dress, couldn't tell me I wasn't that girl, you hear me? So I was going out with my homegirls, my at the time homegirls. And he didn't want me to go, so he got mad and poured strawberry soda all over my hair and my dress. And I just wiped that off and still went to the club. And we still was together that same night. We listen and we don't judge. I should have known it was a red flag when he always used to say he walked to my house. But after we done broke up, I found out he was driving his other woman car, parking it around the block and walking to my house every night. And I was still with him. We listen and we don't judge. But that was kind of fishy to me too. So one morning, I don't know, something in my body told me get up and go follow him. So I get up and I goes to look for him. He's nowhere to be found. How you got to work that fast from where I'm staying at to where you working it was a good 30, 35 minutes, an hour if you walking. So something tell me to pull up to his job. Why I pull up to the job? He in a car with a whole nother girl. So yeah, I pull up like what's good. He ain't want the drama to go down in front of his job. So he like meet me at the Jack in the Box around the corner. Go to the Jack in the Box. He telling me some story about the girl say they was together 3 years. I think it was 3 years before I was there. Me and him was together like a year and a half at this time. But he crying and confessing that he loved me in front of her. But this making my ego feel good. Like maybe he really do love me. Maybe I don't know. She just don't get it. Like so I stayed. We listen and we don't judge. Tell me why this nigga still ain't changed. I feel like it only got worse. Do you hear me? But this particular night, I don't quite remember verbatim what actually happened. But I remember we was sitting in my car. I think I had like a 1999 or a 2000 Toyota Corolla. It was regular, but it was rolling, right? So I don't know. I just remember being choked from the front seat to the back seat and my throat hurting for like 3 days. I remember that. Yes. And I still stayed. We listen and we don't judge, okay? But at this point, I still love him, but I'm slowly waking up. But I'm still, I'm still there. I'm still messing with you, right? But what really kind of opened my eyes and put the icing on the cake and made me like, oh hell no. One night we smoking little trees, watching a little movie. His phone just ringing, 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 ringing. So I'm like, who calling your phone? Answer your phone. He like, oh, that's my homeboy, such and such. He calling me about some money. Da 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 da. I ain't answering. I'm like, answer the phone. I will give him the money. Answer the phone. I'll give him the money. I need you to answer it now. He didn't answer it. He didn't look it up. But something in my spirit just wasn't right that night. Cause it wasn't her. And then that was my first time ever crying. And that was the first night I have ever had my first interaction with God in the middle of my bed crying. And he was the type of person that laughed at everything and thought everything was funny. But it was like a malicious laugh, a evil laugh. Like not like no, I don't know how to explain it, but if you get it, then you get it. So I go back in the living room, because first of all, you ain't come console me. At least, I was just that gullible and just that head over heels. All you had to do was come in there and say, you know, chill out. It ain't even, it ain't even all that without still explaining yourself. Because at this point, I done got a habit of you not explaining yourself. Like, I just had to find the fuck out however I found out. So he didn't. And he got dreads in his head, and the dreads are burgundy. Y'all keep this in mind. So I go back in the living room. Y'all, why I go back in that living room and this man looking like a straight demon, like it was giving the eyes black. He got that smile that was like, I don't know. I feel like it was unhumane, and the way his dress was styled gave two horns at the top. I don't know why. I don't know if my eyes was playing tricks on me. I don't know what it was, but I think it was God, because I told y'all I thought I met God in that bed and something came over me like, listen here, mommy. But again, at that point, I was too deep in. I still stayed. We listen and we don't judge. So at this time, I got fed up and called myself putting him out. And, I'm done with you. Don't come back to my house. But he come and beating around all the doors, raising my daughter Wanda up, like just doing the most. Do you hear me? I didn't let him in. Kept saying I didn't want to be with him. Why this boy let the air out of 3 of my tires? He only let air out of 3 of my tires. Took the cable boxes and the internet boxes and threw them in the puddles of water outside because they was in his dad's name. And he just was doing some evil, spiteful things. But I still didn't leave. We listen and we don't judge. But at this point, I'm too deep in, and I feel like I love you like I never felt this way about nobody else. And like, I just want you to get it right. And I know that ain't nobody perfect. And I know that, Jesus love all and people change. And whatever you say it is, that's what it is. And you're going to get better, and we're going to work on that, baby. Right? No. So we listen and we don't judge. So boom, I finally gave the dude at my job a chance that was pursuing me, and one thing happened to another, boom, I'm pregnant. But I'm a real bitch. I hold accountability on everything I do. So guess what? I went back and told him, I'm pregnant and it could be yours. Or it could be the dude for my job. And I went to my dude to my job and told him I'm pregnant. It could be yours or the dude for my job. But nobody wanted a DNA test. They just wanted me to leave the other one alone. And still to this day, we haven't had a DNA test. But it's evident who she looked like. And she looked like the dude for my job. But, But his girlfriend trying to convince her that he ain't hers. But I'm like, we can take a DNA test. But, hey, nobody throwing it in the air still to this day. But I still was with him and I still chose him. And he ended up on my baby birth certificate. And he cheated on me the same day. We listen and we don't judge. This man was not there for me mentally, physically, or financially. He felt like, he had the money, but he told me he didn't want to crutch me and have me depend on him, and he can go to jail today or tomorrow, and he like my hustle and this and that, so well, that's why he felt like he ain't had to do that much. But I still stayed. We listen and we don't judge. And at this point, I feel like I done came to my senses too, to where I'm praying. It took Jesus and all his angels up there to come and get me up off of that nigga, because I don't know what it was. I had to ask that nigga, did he put voodoo on me? We listen and we don't judge. I didn't leave him, but I'm not with him. He married the girl that he was cheating on me with. Or he was cheating on, I don't know. He had too much going on, but he ended up marrying her. But still be trying to pursue me like he loved me and I'm his first love. And you only get one love in a lifetime, and that's going to always be me. That's what he tell me. But I don't think I'm that gullible anymore. But he did take me to Florida for my birthday, and we had a good time. And that's my friend, and that's my dog. We listen and we don't judge. And that ain't even half of the things we done been through. I just, put it together the more interesting way for you guys. But I could write a book on how that nigga ran circles around my ass. And mind you, I'm only, 19? This nigga 30. We listen and we don't judge.